Toronto Stock Exchange sees mining and tech gains, offset by broader volatility. This past week, the Toronto Stock Exchange, TSE, experienced a mix of gains and losses across sectors, with standout performances in mining and technology offsetting broader volatility. Investors are increasingly navigating geopolitical and economic uncertainties, including impacts from the recent U.S. election, which influenced both stock prices and the cryptocurrency market. Mining sector shines. Amidst commodity. Rally mining stocks on the TSE posted notable gains, driven by strong demand for gold, lithium, and other commodities. Companies like Barrick Gold and Agnico Eagle Mines saw upticks as precious metals regained appeal as safe haven assets amidst global economic uncertainty. Additionally, lithium producers such as Lithium Americas Corp benefited from growing interest in green technologies and electric vehicles, contributing to a favorable week for the sector. Barrick Gold, ABX, up 4.2%, supported by rising gold prices. Lithium Americas Corp, LAC, rose 5.1% on robust demand for battery minerals. Teck Resources, Teck, gained 3.8% on strengthening metal prices and favorable sector outlook. Tech stocks see mixed results as ASML forecast ripples. Across global markets, the technology sector on the TSE was influenced by a global semiconductor sell-off following ASML's disappointing 2025 forecast, which led to a $420 billion drop in the semiconductor market. TSE listed tech stocks with semiconductor ties, like OpenText Corp and Shopify, initially faced headwinds but ultimately saw recovery as investors bought back in, banking on Canada's emerging tech landscape. Shopify, Shop, gained 2.9% after a midweek dip as tech buying resumed. Constellation Software, CSU, up 1.6% as investors sought relative safety in Canadian tech companies. OpenText Corp, OTEX, lost 3.1% following semiconductor sell-offs, but remains a strong player in cloud-based technology. Top TSE movers. Big gains and noteworthy losses. The TSE's largest gainer was Ballard Power Systems, BLDP, which soared over 7% on news of expanding renewable initiatives. Meanwhile, Canopy Growth, WEED, posted one of the week's largest losses, down 6.5% as the cannabis sector faces headwinds from regulatory pressures and ongoing profitability challenges. Ballard Power Systems, BLDP, up 7.3%. Boosted by optimism around renewable energy initiatives. Canopy Growth, WEED, down 6.5% as the cannabis industry struggles with regulatory and financial hurdles. The new M4 Mac Mini is the size of an Apple TV at 5 inches by 5 inches. U.S. market highlights, Dow Jones gainers and losers. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained ground, spurred by positive retail earnings and some resilience in tech. Apple, AAPL, led the gains on optimism surrounding new product launches, while Intel, INTC, struggled due to semiconductor market downturns. Overall, the Dow posted a modest weekly gain, closing 1.2% higher. Apple, AAPL, up 4.5% on strong sales projections and new product interest. Intel, INTC, down 5.1%, as semiconductor woes hit industry sentiment. Chevron, CVX, rose 3.2%, benefiting from steady oil prices amidst global energy tensions. Impact of the U.S. election on markets and cryptocurrencies. The recent U.S. election introduced heightened volatility across North American markets, with investors awaiting clarity on potential policy shifts. Uncertainty around fiscal policies and possible regulatory changes influenced trading volumes and sector performance. Cryptocurrency markets see major upswing amid election. Uncertainty. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies surged, reaching multi-month highs as the election fueled interest in alternative assets. Bitcoin, in particular, rose over 8% as demand increased among investors looking to hedge against potential dollar fluctuations and economic uncertainty. Speculation around potential changes in U.S. regulatory policy towards digital assets also boosted trading activity across major cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, BTC, up 8.2%, nearing a new high amidst election-driven demand. Ethereum, ETH, rose 6.7%, with increased buying from institutional investors. Looking ahead, market sentiment and economic outlook. As markets adjust to election outcomes and ongoing international pressures, the focus remains on upcoming Federal Reserve announcements and the U.S. government's fiscal policies. Investors will also be closely watching the tech earnings season, which could provide much-needed support to indices impacted by the recent semiconductor slump. The TSE's mining and energy sectors are likely to remain strong in the near term as commodity demand continues, providing some stability to Canadian markets amidst broader volatility.